Well, hello all you seductive darlings, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Sex Update with your girl, Dr. Sanjaya, America's sex educator. Today, the operative word is swing, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not talking about swinging from the coconut and palm trees in South Beach, but humans who swing, sexually charged humans, that is. Here we are at Miami Velvet, the premier swingers club for South Beach locals and those who like South Beach, the sexiest city in America. Now, this little hideaway is not that easy to hide, considering it covers over 20,000 square feet and has more than 40,000 members, and yet it remains to be the best sexual secret in Miami. But today is your lucky day because I'm sharing it with you. Now, here at Miami Velvet, sexually charged humans and those seeking to be sexually inspired link up to engage in or simply observe swinging. To clarify, swinging refers to the act of switching partners in sexual games, sexual activity, or role-playing, all in the interest of spicing it up. Now, studies show that swingers have improved personal relationships with their partners and greater sexual experiences all around as a result of their healthy swinging life. Don't believe me? Well, the proof is in the swing. 9 out of 10 people who have engaged in swinging report more enjoyable and satisfying sexual encounters. Now remember, the rules of engagement here is that it's just a swing fling, so you always swing right back to that heart-shaped bed with the one that you love. You know, your current partner. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's swing into the love lingo so you really know what I'm talking about. First, there's soft swapping. Now this involves non-penetrative sex only. You know, things like fingers, tongues, lips, and such. Then there's the full swapping. Now this means there's no limits here, people. Full swapping of partners with penetration. And now for you skeptical ones out there wondering what this all means for relationships, Dr. Robert McGinley from the North American Swing Club Association explained that the act of the swinging is just for the experience only. Swingers are in the presence of their spouses, which is what makes this not cheating. Emotional monogamy, or commitment to the love relationship with one's marital partner, remains the primary focus, as swinging is usually done in the presence of one's spouse and requires the consent of both. Now, this is all explained in my best-selling book, Sex in South Beach, which also helps you know how swinging starts. Where did boys and girls learn to swing? Well, in the 20th century, Air Force pilots and their wives during World War II were deeply bonded. Death rates were high, and pilots implied with each other that they would protect and care for all of the wives as their own, emotionally and sexually, if their husbands were away or killed. Now, since it was unlikely for the wives to travel with their enlisted husbands, sources indicate that modern swinging began among Air Force pilots stationed in the California desert. When the war ended, swinging spread to the suburbs and the media coined the word wife swapping in 1957. Though the term wife swapping is still used, modern day swingers reject the term and consider it derogatory. How's that for protecting our troops? Now for some quick and safe tips for any first-time swingers considering a trip to Miami Velvet. 1. Consult your partner first. Make sure boundaries and limits are set. 2. Take your time, go slow, and look to your partner for cues of pleasure or displeasure. And lastly, the golden rule of swinging is you came together, you swing together, and you leave together. Swingers are couples first. Well, I hope you enjoyed the final episode of the Weekly Sex Update for Season 1. I want you to swing back in a couple of weeks when Season 2 will bring you sex information that's bigger and better than ever. While you're waiting, why don't you play with your little mouse and get over to drsanjaya.com where you can subscribe to my email list, and I promise to penetrate your inbox with erotic education. Thanks for watching. I'll be swinging back soon. Until then, enjoy your private tour of Miami Velvet.
The club is over 20,000 square feet. When you first walk into the club, it's one of our main dance areas. We have a couple dance platforms for the go-go dancers and the ladies later in the night. As you make your way further into the back, we open up into another area where it's another lounge and it has like an exhibition bed. So if you want everyone to see what you're doing, it's out in the open.
I saw the Tiger Woods thing and it broke my heart. Because I was like, you know what, if he had just said, hey, you know what, I like to have sex with other women, she might have been like, hey, me too.
Do I have to have sex if I come here?
If I'm here, you have to have sex. Everyone.